Hi, I'm Ricky Bamford.
And I'm Tori Peterson, and we are here to discuss what we have learned in ECS 210 and how it has helped us to expand our thinking.
We feel as though we have learned many concepts that have helped us to grow in our journey to becoming future teachers. Before we started this class, we assumed that the curriculum was very simple, but throughout this course we have learned that there are many dimensions to the curriculum and it's actually very complex. There are two types of curriculum. The first type is formal curriculum, and it refers to the curriculum with outcomes and indicators that teachers have to follow. Before starting this class, I knew there was such a thing as a formal curriculum, but I had never actually looked at the outcomes and indicators and had never made a lesson plan before this class. The other type of curriculum is the hidden curriculum, and it is concepts and ideas that are not in the formal curriculum but still exist within the school system.
Hidden curriculum is the normal narratives or common sense ideas that aren't in the curriculum and are unintendedly taught because of the surrounding social environment beliefs. Examples of hidden curriculum are stereotypical thoughts about races, gender, good students, culture, social class, and politics. Levin's reading states that, quote, every education policy decision can be seen as being, in some sense, a political decision, end quote.
An example of hidden curriculum that I experienced in my school was that we were not taught about other cultures and their traditions. We only ever celebrated and talked about Euro-Western holidays and traditions. By only teaching about Euro-Western cultures and traditions, there is a hidden message that other cultures and their traditions are not as important. The common sense idea of schools is that the teacher stands up in front of the classroom and writes on the chalkboard, but in reality, there are many other ways to teach and set up a classroom. Some examples are getting the students to lead the conversation, doing group projects, and doing experiential learning centers. An important quote that we took from the readings was that, quote, common sense often makes it easy to continue teaching and learning in ways that allow the oppressions already in play to continue to play out unchallenged in our schools and society, end quote, Kumashiro. Therefore, it is important that we disrupt the common sense that exists within schools.
We believe that it is crucial to attempt anti-bias education in order for the best opportunity for a diverse classroom. In order to become an anti-bias educator, it is important to understand the hidden curriculum because you must first notice faults and errors in order to improve or change something.
In the past, the curriculum was focused heavily on product due to the factory model, and as long as all the students turned out the same at the end of the school year, it did not matter about the process. Today, the curriculum has moved more towards process and praxis, but we think that there is still somewhat of a focus on the curriculum as a product, because as a teacher, you have to meet certain outcomes, and a student has to get a certain grade to pass. We think that the curriculum, We also think that the curriculum critique paper was a very important assignment because it made us look critically at the curriculum. It is beneficial to look at the curriculum critically because when you are a teacher, you will have the opportunity to discuss with the ministry what parts of the curriculum that can and should be improved. This assignment also helped us to become more familiar with the curriculum.
Together, Ricky and I brainstormed ideas to alter indicators for more inclusive lessons. We even made an example.
On the Saskatchewan curriculum, under Health Education 3, Outcome USC 3.1 reads, quote, determine the role of a variety of healthy foods and physical activity on the health and development of mind, body, and immune system, end quote. Indicator B says, quote, develop common and respectful language to talk about immunity. Example, germs, virus, vaccination, antibodies, end quote.
To expand on this and make this more inclusive to Indigenous people, we could additionally discuss natural and spiritual healing Indigenous people traditionally use.
Before starting this course, we thought that we were anti-bias, But through this course, we realize that everyone has biases, and it is important to recognize your biases so that you can disrupt them. This course has challenged a lot of our beliefs that we had. The uncomfortable learnings in this class have really helped us to grow and deepen our learning. Learning about treaty education has also shaped the way I think. In my school, we were never taught about treaty education. In fact, I didn't even know what treaty education was, or that I lived on treaty 4 land until I came to university. Even though my school doesn't have an Aboriginal population, it is still important to teach treaty education. I think it is almost more important to teach treaty education to schools without an Aboriginal population because the students will probably not know anything about Aboriginal people, cultures, and traditions.
Unlike Ricky, treaty education was a required course in my high school in place of social studies. I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to learn about treaty education, and I believe that it is crucial to have treaty education offered in every school so that students are taught with open minds and have perspectives on others' beliefs.
In my continuous journey to becoming a teacher, I would like to expand my knowledge on the curriculum. Throughout this course, I've expanded my knowledge on the curriculum through lectures, seminars, readings, the curriculum assignment, and the planning curriculum assignment. Even though I have learned a lot about the curriculum, I feel as though there is still a lot of concepts and ideas I need to learn in the formal and hidden curriculum before I become a teacher. I also need to expand my knowledge on treaty education and how I will incorporate different cultures into my classroom through lessons, materials, and resources. Lastly, I think I need to expand my knowledge on how to incorporate diversity in the classroom so that I can create an environment where all the students feel safe and confident.
I would like to further my understanding in treaty education and various other cultural practices, and to not put students of different cultures in spotlights, but to educate the culture as a whole when teaching.
One fear that still remains is the fear that we will accidentally teach treaty education wrong, therefore disrespecting Aboriginal people.
A furthering question that both of us have is where can we start so that we can be led on the right path to respectful, knowledgeable educators of different cultures?
I feel as though by educating ourselves to expand knowledge, we will be able to overcome our fears and will be able to answer questions that we have.
Thanks for listening to our review of our learning experiences throughout the last few months in this course.